Episode Nagi Chapter 29, Realize. We open this chapter with a flashback of Nagi and Ryo conversing. Ryo speaking on how himself and Nagi are going to win the World Cup, declaring that this is his dream, then saying how they should play football. Cutting back to the 4v4 match, we see Nagi is thinking of this flashback of Ryo stating his dreams, and it's thanks to his friend he has become someone who can also talk about dreams himself. Nagi says out loud to Burū following Nagi's boredom in the last chapter, in wanting to do something different in this next play, instead of the same formulaic approach that they've been doing up until now. Mentioning further whether they win or lose, this is the last game the four of them will play as a team of four, so why not live by their dream as they say their goodbyes? Which also led Nagi to continue to think and admit that himself is still changing. Burū, out of pure angst, decides to throw the ball into the back of Nagi's head, clearly annoyed at the hassle man. Chigiri and Zantetsu doing their fitting responses to this action. Burū hates to admit that a pain in the ass like Nagi is somehow getting him fired up. All the while Nagi commented on the ball Burū threw in the back of his head, asking him if he wants to throw down again. Burū gives in, allowing Nagi's argument to win to play this football that they can win with their dreams. It seems like everyone on the team is satisfied with this outcome as Nagi states how his fire is spreading to others as well. Nagi asks his team what their dreams are, Chigiri and Zantetsu stating how they want to be the best in the world, but that status already belongs to CM Punk. Burū answers that he wants to crush Isagi, clearly a tsundere. Nagi thinks dreams are amazing, but in response to what his teammates stated, he has no ideas to provide on how he could use these dreams in order to win. Burū and Zantetsu are both flabbergasted at Nagi's lack of planning ahead. When even Zantetsu is stunned by your naivety, you're clearly doing something wrong. Chigiri starts to dissect the situation himself as the biggest thinker amongst this group. Chigiri asks what contribution can each of them do in order to assist them for the sake of their dreams. Burū and Zantetsu seek to score, with Burū specifying being the last goal scorer, whilst Nagi says to win because of him, which can be interpreted in more ways than merely just scoring. Chigiri responds with how those answers seem right, but how about narrowing their answers down even more? Much like a ghost who refuses to go on to the afterlife, what unfinished tasks within this match do they seek to complete before its conclusion? Nagi states how ultimately he wishes to beat Kyura in a one-on-one. Burū states how he wishes to blow past Karasu, Zantetsu says how he wants Otoya to eat his dust, and Chigiri is satisfied with these answers as he wishes to crush Himizu. So with their dreams now established for this match, they can combine them all and make them all come true at once, all competing for their own personal objectives, and the last goal scoring opportunity will go to whoever can make it. This strategy goes down well with the team, a necessary change from we must to we want, as the formula of doing what they must has dwindled down their own drive for success. They can finally get down to business with the dreams that they've laid out on the table and attempt to win with them. It seems the opposition was already fired up for the restart, but before they begin, Nagi thinks he can't lose, he doesn't want to lose, he needs to reach Isagi once more, to reach the fiery place in which he resides that Nagi still doesn't know of. This restart is our last within this game at 4-4 apiece. This is the match's climax. Before we continue, check to see if you're subscribed. You sure as hell do not want to miss content like this going forward. Nagi starts with the ball and matches off against Kyura. In a close quarters fight, he can't visualize a winning method, so his best alternative is to drag him into his world to beat him. Controlling the ball with a trap spin to start, followed up by a back spin into a lob pass, but Kyura deflects it. They both chase after the ball and Kyura comments on how Nagi is naive and doesn't like to tackle. So Kyura forces a physical encounter, but this was an intentional trap laid out by our hassle man. Using Kyura's lower stature and superior physicality against him, Nagi slides onto Kyura's backside to spin himself, placing a hand on Kyura's back, questioning Kyura's wants for a dance battle, which led to Nagi performing a sky-high air flare pass, whilst using Kyura as leverage to hit the ball to Zantetsu. Otoya is confident that he would get there first, but Zantetsu is close behind him and challenges the ninja to a race for the ball. The inspiration of Zantetsu running to keep up with the trains allows him to just barely reach the ball to pass over to Chigiri. Chigiri is now faced with his own dream catcher Himizu. They are both aware that Chigiri only has one all-out sprint left, but Chigiri uses it at risk of destroying himself. He disregards the thoughts of consequences entirely. Himizu attempts for a tactical foul to put Chigiri's efforts to shame, but Chigiri was able to reach the ball with the last ounce of strength that he had, delivering it to the king's doorstep. Karasu is there to meet Burū, aware of his shooting range being 30 meters and ranging him out of his best shooting position. A chop feint isn't enough to shake this crow, but Nagi is quick to come in with a possible assist, but Burū can capitalize on this by using Nagi as bait. Burū shoots to the shock of Karasu, but Kiora manages to reach the ball for the slightest tap to mess up with the power and trajectory of the ball. Its chances of going in were foiled completely when it had hit the post, and the loose ball was quickly snatched back by Atoya to begin the opposing team's counter push. Nagi is realizing that dreams aren't enough to claim victory. Only those who have dreamt know the pain of them not coming true, and to that, Nagi begins to feel regret for the way that the pain of his dreams are not coming true was the pain that Ryo felt when his dreams didn't come true. He admitted to have said something so cruel to someone so close to him because he wanted to better himself. Burū yells for the team to fall back, and Nagi recites that he's sorry to Ryo, that he needs to tell him, but to do that, before he even wants to do that, he needs to win this match, otherwise he has no right to see Ryo ever again. The collapse of Nagi's dream subsequently led him down a determined path, one filled with more desire than ever to not only win, but to win the right to feel worthy of speaking to Ryo again. The conclusion of this match is already known, but it's all the more clear why Nagi wanted to see Ryo again, and eventually play with him again outside of just pure boredom, now understanding the pain he inflicted on his best friend with the understanding of his own dreams failing right before his eyes as well. That was the episode Nagi chapter 29 review. Be sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, peace.